Hi, my name is Philip Chesney and welcome to another episode of English Interviews. For today's tip, where do you see yourself in 5 years? So, what does the interviewer really want to know from this question? The interviewer is really trying to find out what your career goals are or what your professional goals are. Where do you want to be in 5 years? How much of the corporate ladder do you want to climb? What position do you want to be at? What do you want to be doing 5 years from now? And also, the other thing that the interviewer is looking for is what is the connection between this position and your career goals? Will this position help you achieve those career goals or not? So let's take a look at a situation. Say that you're interviewing for a brand manager position, but ideally, or your dream job is to be a controller, supply chain director. Now, these are really not related. So this would definitely raise a red flag. Now remember, as we've seen in other videos, the hiring process can be very time consuming, it can be expensive, and also the interviewer or the company, they don't want to look stupid if they actually hire the wrong candidate for the job. So this is one more question that can be used to really find out, are you the right person? Will you be a good fit for the job? Now for some tips. Tip number 1. As we've seen in some of our other videos, we always talk about being specific with our answers. But there's always an exception, right? So for this one, we're not going to be as specific. Let's keep it a little bit more general. The reason why is we don't always know 100% what our career paths are going to be or what exactly we're going to do in the next 10 or 15 years, how exactly we're going to grow, or we don't exactly know the full career path for this position at the company. So those are some reasons that we should be a little bit more general instead of being specific. Tip number 2, you should really show the interviewer that you're really interested in sticking around at the company. You're interested in actually growing, having a career at the company, and not just jumping or accepting the first offer that you get that's a little bit higher or a little bit more attractive than your current offer. So show them that you're going to stay and that you're interested in growing at the current company. Tip number 3, be enthusiastic. Make sure you show the interviewer or the recruiter why you're excited about the position and why you are the right guy for that position. Number 4, be realistic. Say that you're being hired for a position as a junior marketing analyst and they ask you this question, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Say you mention, I want to be the CEO of the company. This really isn't realistic. If you mention something like, maybe a marketing manager or something similar, that's more achievable. But CEO, that's really far-fetched. So be realistic. And for tip number 5, be serious. Do not use humor in the interview. Most of the time, interviewers are looking for reasons not to hire you. So don't give them a reason not to hire you. Try not to use humor. Remember, humor can be interpreted in a number of different ways. And also, suppose that you're in another country, a lot of times jokes or humor is really misunderstood. So just avoid it altogether. Play it safe. So far, we've seen 5 tips on how to answer this question. Now let's take a look at the structure. 2 steps. Now, for the first step, we should talk about how we're excited about the position and how we want to perform it well. So basically do a really good job at it. And for number 2, we should really talk about what we aspire to do. So what we aspire to do, what we want to do within the position or within that company. So maybe take on new challenges, new roles, and expand our career within the company. But remember, for the second one, make sure that you're being realistic. Don't pick something or don't say something that's so far-fetched, it's really unbelievable. Now let's take a look at a good answer. When I first read the job description, I was really excited about the position and immediately saw how I could be a great fit and add value to the company. This is really a company I would love to work for and do what I love doing best, managing projects. My main focus today is on this position, but I do aspire to grow my career, take on new challenges, polish my skills, and participate in more complex projects as I advance my career. Now, for the activity of the day. Let's first remember our two-step structure, and then say that you're looking at a job description on one of those main job recruiting websites, Monster, Indeed.com, or another job recruiting website that you use. Think about why you're excited about the position and what skills you want to hone and develop during this time. After, think about possible growth within the company. Now remember, be realistic about this growth. Remember, if it's for a junior analyst position, don't think you're going to be CEO in 5 years' time. It's really not realistic. But think about possible career paths that you can actually grow to. I hope that you've liked this short tip of the day and that you'll be able to put it into practice. For those of you who are just joining us for this lesson today, make sure that you don't miss out on the other 2 videos above. Thank you, and I'll see you next Tuesday for our next lesson. Take care.